A new report released by Human Rights Watch says that Nigerian women and girls that have been abducted by the Islamist militant group Boko Haram have been forced into marriage, forced to convert to Islam, and endured a tremendous amount of abuse. Human Rights Watch reports that more than 500 women and girls have been kidnapped by Boko Haram since 2009. In April, gunmen from the group carried away some 270 girls and women when they raided a school in the northeastern town of Chibok. More than 50 girls eventually escaped, but at least 200 remain in captivity, along with scores of other girls kidnapped previously. One woman who was abducted in November 2013 described how she was taken away.
I was at home packing food when we heard gunshots. We ran into Boko Haram as we tried to escape. They surrounded us and asked us where we were going. They said, "Since we've caught you, you're going to convert you to Islam."
Another victim of abduction spoke of how Christians and Muslims in captivity were treated differently.
They told the Muslims to stand on one side and the four of us Christians to the other. They released the Muslims but kept us. I kept pleading for him to leave me alone because I had my baby, but he refused to listen and told me to put my baby down, so I put her down.
She says one of the militants then raped her. A woman kidnapped in September 2013 said she was forced to accompany the militants on operations carrying bullets for them.
When they wanted me to kill the first man, my body was shaking and I fell to the ground. They forced me to get up and watch as they killed the second person.
Some of the victims say they were threatened if they refused to convert to Islam.
We did not agree, and we were uncomfortable. But the insurgents said, "If you don't stop misbehaving, we'll shoot you and throw your corpses into the river."
The Human Rights Watch report says Boko Haram threatens victims with whipping, beating, or death unless they convert to Islam, stop attending school, and wear the veil or hijab. The report says that witnesses say security forces could have averted some of the attacks by Boko Haram if they had acted on information provided by residents.
There was a culture of silence and a certain taboo that had been around the issue, with especially evidenced by the reluctance of people to admit that it was happening, the denial by state authorities that these kidnappings were taking place. And we decided that it was important to document the impact of the insurgency, of the entire conflict and violence on women and girls in northeast Nigeria.
October 14 marked 6 months since the girls' abduction, and the Bring Back Our Girls campaign group has pledged to continue its month-long sit-in protests and unrelenting call for their rescue. We want to know what you think about Africa 54 and the stories we cover. Join the conversation on Facebook and check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com. Coming